Is Will Still the guy to get the Saints flying? Welcome back to Where the Saints Walk with myself, Luke, and alongside me we've got Alex, Elliot, Nick, and Joe. So, Alex, tough game at Vicarage Road.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those games where it could have gone either way. Will Still, I think, won the tactical battle in the first half, which is what gained us the control of it because he played a bit of a diamond, and yeah, it seemed to surprise Watford. Yeah, there could have been 3 goals or 4 goals for us, but at the same time, yeah, we should be looking to concede less. So yeah.
Yeah, Elliot, what do you think? Was it a right result in the end?
Yeah, as Alex said, we controlled the game in the first half, deserved the lead going into the second half, but unfortunately, I think Flynn Downes' injury cost us in the end because we just lost control in the midfield, and we didn't have the answer for that. Unfortunately, we didn't really have anyone to come off the bench and sort of protect the back five, I should say. So yeah, I think the draw was a fair result in the end, frustrating one, but yeah, we can't really have any complaints.
When you take the lead in the game, especially in the Championship, I think it's really important to try and see it through. What do you think, Joe? Do you think the Saints should have come away with 3 points after going a goal up?
Yes and no. Yes, in the respect that, as you said, we did go a goal up, so I feel like we should have at least got a couple more of goals. But at the same time, I think, as Elliot said, I think a draw was a fair result yesterday, given the balance of play. And it kind of seemed like a tale of two halves, really. Like the first half, Saints were all on top and all over Watford. And in the second half, it was the other way around. Watford were all over us. And I think their substitutions really, really helped them tip the tide in the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think the second half, it was one of them old cliches, wasn't it? A game with two halves. And I think, what do you think, Nick, could have been done in that second half to stop Watford taking charge?
Yeah, I mean, I want to echo exactly what Elliot, Alex, and Joe said. The substitutions from Watford changed the game, and Still kind of had his hands tied. Flynn Downes not available, maybe some dodgy chicken again. I think the club needs to get him a personal chef or something like that. But yeah, I mean, the diamond really worked in the first half. The issue was once Watford adjusted, we have Jay Robinson playing out of position, Ryan Fraser playing out of position, and not really anyone to come on and provide any protection to that 1-0 lead we had, or the 2-1 lead. We ended the game with, I think, 4 or 5 players playing out of position. That's just a function of the injury and the squad's not quite settled. International break couldn't come at a better time.
Yep.
Give Still 2 weeks, really drill his principles and what he wants out of these new players, and hopefully we go into the South Coast Derby flying.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, the international break, which we will touch on later in the show, is definitely a time for after the window closes. It's time to get the squad together and go, right, this is what we want to do. This is the play. It's good to know, isn't it? I think everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I think this transfer window has dragged. It's been the longest window. I swear. I think everybody's in the same boat of like, right, finally window closed. We can get the squad together and actually know what we're doing. A highlight though from the game, and I think there was a few highlights, but I think the highlight I took away was again Ryan Manning's free kick. I mean, what is it? He's turned into a bit of David Beckham, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I never knew he had that much of a worldie of a left foot, but if he keeps doing that, then he can be the free kick taker throughout, to be honest. I mean, yeah, what an absolutely sublime free kick. And it was funny. He kind of started on the right-hand side of the wall, but then pinged it into the bottom, as we're looking at it, left-hand corner. It was just, ridiculous free kick. I mean, he must have been chatting to Ward Prowse on the phone and getting his technique sorted, but yeah, absolutely sublime.
Great strike, wasn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it reminded me of Ward Prowse against West Brom a few years ago, actually, kind of around the wall. Yeah, really good. But then, obviously, you got the one straight at the other end almost immediately. But yeah, Manning looking really good with those free kicks. We're not missing Fernandes on them at all.
No, not at all. I think it's another way to get goals, isn't it? Set pieces, whether it's from a corner, from a free kick, whatever it is, and I think that adds a different dynamic. Having someone who's decent, a dead ball specialist, which, like I say, you know, we all know the Saints love a dead ball specialist with the most recent Wall Prowse. Right, I think we have to get on to the signings, don't we? What happened? It went crazy. It went absolutely crazy. I think the best of the bunch, though, for an absolute steal of a price, Elliot, is Tom Fellows. What a signing! What a good bit of business.
Yeah, absolutely. For two reasons. One, you know, he's a fantastic player. He got 14 assists in the last championship season, and we've been forced, or Will Still feels he's been forced to play this five at the back because he hasn't had the wingers or the creative players to play his preferred formation. So one, we get a fantastic player, and two, we can finally play his preferred formation. So it's a win-win. I can't believe we got him for as cheap as 10 mil. We pulled West Brom's pants down there, I think. So yeah, absolutely. And as you say, just mental day. 3 signings in the same day is unheard of, I think, for us. So yeah, if only the result could have been as good as that day of business.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think to the other signings, Nick? Was you happy with your business this week?
Absolutely. I mean, we Finn Azaz, one of the top goal contributors in the championship. Also, for a pretty Middlesbrough fans are saying, you know, good price for us. Perhaps he may not make the step up to the Premier League, but that's not important right now. We need the club to make the step up first before we can think about that. Also, Kasper Jander from Bundesliga 2 seems to be a very highly rated player. So I think all in all, great window from Saints and Johannes Spors. Really silenced a lot of his doubters.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Alex? Is there any more signings in the next 48 hours? No, 24 hours now, isn't it? 24 hours. Is there any other signings you think you're looking to make, or is that you done?
I think it sounds like there's 2 coming in. There's a player who had a medical today, Gellert, I think is his name.
Elliot,
can play on both. Yeah, can play on both sides as a wing back. So kind of sounds like what we need with Wellington injured. And then you've got obviously James Bree. I don't know if he'll be on his way out in the next 24 hours. And then a winger. I think another winger would be good. And Scienza is a player who sounds like he could be coming. Yeah, I think he'd be a good winger to come in as well.
Definitely. And Elliot, talking about outgoings now, Breton Diaz looks like he's making the move to Derby.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Honestly, honestly, I said in the chat earlier, it's like Christmas has come early because I think it's the closest we've had to Ali Dia regen since the football club began. He's just awful player, awful attitude. Whatever we're paying him is too much, and so it frees up wages. Means that we can bring in someone else, and we just don't have that lump of a football player, basically. I'm surprised. Derby must be really desperate. It must be absolute. I know they've not won yet, but they must be really desperate if they're signing him. I mean, dear God, yeah. Nothing screams like relegation scrap than, you know, signing Brereton Diaz. So yeah, good luck to them. They're going to need it.
Yeah, and the other one was which left on a bit of a sour note, Joe, was Fernandez.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky one with him. I mean, I read some reports that he had kind of went to West Ham without the club's permission. Now, I've read somewhere that he's come out and said that isn't true, but obviously you can't read everything that you can't believe everything that you read. It's a shame that he's left under the circumstances, but at the same time, the money that we made from him, we made 29 million pound profit in 12 months, and we've been able to use that money to sign these 3 players. So 1 out, 3 in. Can't really complain on that in that respect, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. You touched on it earlier, Nick. Actually, the international break. It's a great time, isn't it, for the club to get, and especially Will Still, to actually get the team together and get them flying.
100%. And Yeah, I think Elliot mentioned it earlier. Will Still's not playing his preferred formation right now. I think the 3/5 at the back that he's been playing, I mean, we've been conceding a lot of goals, and worryingly, we're near the top of the championship in XG against, which we're giving up a lot of chances as well. Our formation shift hopefully is coming in the next couple of weeks, but that takes time to drill on the training ground, and these 2 weeks are going to be critical. I don't think too many of our players are going away on international duty as well, which will also be really nice.
Yeah, that's important, isn't it, Alex, to get the team together and sort of work on patterns of play and what Will Still wants.
Yeah, over the next 2 weeks, I think it's Azaz is going away on international duty, but you got the other two new signings, they're staying. So yeah, that would be good to kind of bed them in and get them used to it, because the first game back, they've got to be ready. It's not like you're going. Well, there's no easy games in this league, but it's not like you're going to Oxford and whatever happens. This is a must-win game. So
yeah, 100%. But what have we got coming up, boys? We have got those boys in blue, haven't we? The derby is amongst us. So at this stage, I would like to invite Jake, the Portsmouth fan. Hello, Jake. How are we, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, into the Lions Den.
Yeah. brave boy. But what a derby! I think it's one of those historic ones, isn't it, Jake? That I think no matter who you support, when you see Portsmouth versus Southampton, I think it's a game that everybody likes to see.
Yeah, it's great to have it back, and I think because we don't play each other that often, it sort of adds a little bit of spice to it as well. So yeah, certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite a while, isn't it, Jake, since your last game?
Yeah, well, they came down in the League Cup and battered us 4-0 a couple of years ago, which was tough to watch. But yeah, league-wise, we haven't played for ages, so yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Right, well, what I'd like to do is discuss first of all your favourite memories from a derby. So I'm going to start with Elliot. So, what is your favourite game that you look back over the years of Saints v Pompey?
It's got to be the game that Jake just mentioned, the 4-0 in the League Cup. Mostly because, as you say, we absolutely battered them. Danny Ings doing a knee slide in front of the Fratton end. Oh, that, inject it into my veins. I've just having a look actually at the fixtures, and the last time before that was 2012 that we played each other. So it was a big 7-year gap, and I don't really remember many fixtures because I was only 5, 6. So I don't have a lot of memories of the South Coast Derby, to be honest. So that one sticks in the memory for obvious reasons. But yeah, I can't get the image of Danny Ings doing the knee slide out of my head. That will I'll take that to the grave with me, because I remember exactly where I was. I was walking home from the stadium, St Mary's Stadium, so I watched it there. They had a screening, and there were all the cars were beeping, like at the whole city. You could feel it, So yeah, that for me has got to be up there. One of the best South Coast derbies.
Definitely. What about you, Joe? What's your favourite?
I mean, what Elliot kind of hit the nail on the head there. That was going to be my choice as well. And the only reason was the fact that it was my first proper away day when I was still at uni, and I somehow managed to scrounge a ticket for it. And yeah, the atmosphere down there was absolutely spot on. And I mean, where I was sat in the stands, I had the perfect angle of when Danny Ings scored both the goals, and I was kind of dead opposite to it. So I had the perfect angle of when they went in. But yeah, that's probably my greatest memory from the derby.
Alex, can you remember any derbies? Have you?
Yeah, I thought that one was the 4-0. Yeah, I can remember that. But yeah, I was 3 years old for the one before that. So yeah, I wish I could remember it. Well, I don't actually because of the end result. But yeah, the 4-0. Yeah, hopefully we can repeat that.
Watched it in between your nap times, and that was it, Alex.
It wasn't that young.
Nick, what about you, mate? What was your favourite?
I'm wearing my Danny Ings jersey that I purchased, I think, the day after that 2019 game. I'll zig a little bit or zag or whatever have you. I'll go with I'm just looking on the internet because it's been so long. A 2-2 draw in 2012 in the championship. just so I can say something a little different. I mean, I was born in '94. I remember it, but nothing like that 4-0 away. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah. What about you then, Jake? What's your favourite memory of the derby?
Certainly not Danny Ings.
Yeah.
No, we had one FA Cup game away at St Mary's where we won 4-1. That was brilliant. It was similar to the game in the league. We had to get a coach down there because all the train stations were closed, so it's going to be the same. And then we got 1-4-1, and the 2-2 actually that Nick mentioned. David Norris scored in like the 95th minute, and the away end just erupted. It was brilliant. Yeah.
Oh,
So now
I regret picking that one, but I lobbed it up for you.
Highlights of that actually showed up on my phone the other day. Actually, that 2-2 draw. I remember watching that, and that stuck in my head as well.
Well, talking about scores, what are the predictions then, boys? So we'll start with you. What are we going for?
Sorry, who? Me.
Who's that?
I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not looking forward to this. I've got tickets, and I'm really not. I'm going to go for a nervy 2-1 win.
Okay, I like it. Joe, what about you, mate?
Yeah, echo Elliot's point. I'm very nervous for this game, and I've got tickets as well. But I'm going to go for 3-2 Saints. I think. I don't think we'll have quite enough to keep them out, but I think we'll have enough quality up top to score more than them.
Okay, where's the nerves coming from, Joe? Obviously, you've just come down from the Premier League. Where's the nerves coming from? Is it just because it's been so long since the last derby?
Yeah, I think it's because it's been so long since the proper South Coast derby in the league, and also we haven't exactly started this season particularly well. So I was kind of hoping for a few more points in the run up to Pompey at home, but we are where we are, and we just have to take it on the head and hope for the best.
Yeah, definitely. Alex, what about you, mate?
Yeah, when you put it in the group, I was thinking, do I go really confident or what I actually think? I'll say wedge it because I was thinking go 4-0 again, but no, I think I'll go 1-0 and it'll be a nice Flynn Downes winner in front of the Northern.
Okay, very nice. What about you, Nick?
I'm going full confident. I mean, I think Saints have actually looked quite good in the past couple of weeks. I think some of the underlying numbers, they could have a lot more points than they have if they've taken a couple more of their chances. I won't quite go 4. I'll go 3-0 to Saints and a happy home derby.
Right, Jake. What about you, then, mate?
Well, I'm going to say, because obviously the team's in transition from the Premier League team to what it is now, a few new faces. So I'm going to say that the local boys at Pompey know the importance of the game, and I think that's going to play in our favour. I'll say 1-0 Pompey, but I'll take 1-1.
Yeah. Oh, that was going to be my next question, actually. Would you take a point? Would you be happy with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll be delighted with a point.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Brilliant. Well, I think that's a nice way to end it on. I think you've, that was quite nice and friendly. So thank you, Jake. We'll look to see what the result ends up being. But I really appreciate you jumping on, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, cheers, Jake.
See ya.
Cheers.
Perfect. Oh, right, boys. I think it's now time for Tweet of the Week. So,
can we have Jake back on after the 3-0 in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Another guest.
Right.
John Westwood.
So the Tweet of the Week is actually one that's, I think, quite level-headed and I think makes a lot of sense. So I think that's the reason I picked it this week. So that's the messy start out of the way. Always going to happen with all the transfer disruptions. The window slams shut Monday and the lads can regroup with their new additions and start smashing Pompey to start with. I think that's a fair point, isn't it, Elliot? I think the international break has come at such a good point for you to get all the new blood together.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Will Still actually said in his pre-Watford press conference, it's a bad time to come because I think he wants the new signings to bed in and hit the ground running straight away. But I can see it from both points of view. But that you've also got to think it's not just the incomings, it's the outcomings. We've got to get rid of the Deadwood, Joe Aribo, Sam Edozie. Thankfully, Brereton Diaz is already out the door. But we need to get rid of the ones that are sort of holding us back, that don't want to be here. And then I think once there is no more uncertainty, everyone can actually relax, and Will Still can play his preferred formation. It's smooth sailing, I think, once that window slams shut tomorrow at 7 p.m. So yeah, it's just nice knowing who's going to be there. That's, I think, we said earlier at the start of the pod, it's difficult for us fans keeping up with it. Imagine what it's like for them, not knowing who you're going to be working with next week. So yeah, I can't wait because it's just going to be so much nicer knowing what the squad is, and who's going to be here and who wants to play for the club.
Yeah. Do you think that the window has had an impact, Joe? Do you think it has? The messy sort of start. It's been a bit frantic. Do you think that's played a part in the games?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the last time we were in the Championship, we won more games, and we got more points, but at the same time, it wasn't the most perfect start, and I feel like it does have a knock-on effect from the transfer window still being open. I kind of echo, as much as I don't want to echo him, I kind of echo what Martin said, and he kind of hates it when the window stays open. It'd be much better if before the first game of the season the window's shut, so you got your players in, you know your team, and that's it. But it's never going to be like that. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is, and you kind of have to deal with it and get on with it, really.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, thank you very much, boys. I appreciate your time. Let's hope for a real good victory, shall we? Real good victory against Pompey when we return. So thank you very much, boys. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe.